Hey Google, pause. Hi everybody. Ooh, it's Friday, right? Yes, Friday. I need to change my calendar. Hold on. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Whoop whoop. Of course, I got to change both blocks because there's only up to 5, and then see 6. That means you got to go 0, 6. Ooh. What up, Mo? What it do? Oh. So, woke up this morning. What up, Uncle G? So, woke up this morning and Myles needed a minute with y'all, right? So, he really doesn't have anything like specific to say, but he feels like some of you have some questions, right? And sometimes when we have those questions that just are like not easy to be found in words, right? He thinks that that's the reason that so many of us turn to asking the basic questions, right? Instead of asking the questions that are gonna bring that change, right? So just for face sake, if anybody has any actual change questions, Myles will be the only one answering those questions. But if you have any other questions, or if you just want little o me to look at some cards for you or whatever, I am willing to do that. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Gerald, are you drinking from a sugar skull cup? Ooh, and I got a new toy to show you, Uncle G. I just can't show you right now. I'm waiting until Yonday, and I've had it for like almost 2 weeks now, and you have no idea how big of a hole it has burnt in my pocket and on my desk. Oh, you have a great topic for Tuesday's show. Oh, I love to hear it. Love to hear it. I like those conversations because that gets to show not just the goofy side of us, or not just the um tarot side of us, like the real side of us. What are we actually weaved together with? What does our cloth look like? What are our morals, our values? Absolutely love the Tuesdays. Yeah, I know. Isn't this wonderful? A beautiful little gem. And okay, so funny story. When I got it, good morning, Rossi. I thought it was just a black mug, right? I didn't really. I'm like, oh wow, thank you. I was like, I'll put pens or something in it. It's just a nice mug, right? I took it outside to show Thomas, and all of a sudden I saw like the outline of all of this. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I actually read the little slip of paper, and it says heat activated. Don't you know, I ran and boiled some water real quick, and I poured some water in there just so I could see, like, so this is the light side of it, and then this is the dark side of it. So you can have, it's freaking wonderful. But yeah, I totally thought it was just a black mug. And total dun 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 move. Yeah, that was my dun 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 stunt for that day. Boy, I felt like an idiot, man. Took outside and the Texas sun hit it. And I saw like I'm like, whoa, wait, what's going on here? It was wonderful. Yep, I definitely saw the email. I responded, unless a hurricane happens, I'm gonna be there. Ooh, so I think Myles is pushing it, but Myles wants to do a show down the road called WWMD. I think he's pushing his luck. I think he's pushing his luck. I feel a need for change, but what to do is hidden, or I'm not accepting. Myles. So he says, absolutely. Yes, that's definitely a question. Um, he says, but it's kind of shallow, right? Like we're not scared to to look into someone else's life, and when they seriously need help, right? We're not scared to help them, right? But when it comes to us, when it comes to those trapped doors, right? Those hidden doors that trigger us that we're not even freaking aware of, we have to wonder what's on the other side of it, right? Basically what he's saying is he's basically saying let the curiosity in. He says that all the time, but people are misunderstanding what he's saying. Like, let that curiosity in. Find out what those triggers are. Find out what sets you off. That way that can be what you're actually truly working on. When you're only scratching the surface, you're only getting that top layer. You're not actually getting the whole head out. Like it's not infected, but it can get infected. So you have to get the whole head out. And in order to do that, sometimes you got to dig really deep, and you have to sit in that chair, and you have to literally put yourself in that position. You can't go back to that time and date, but you can mentally take yourself there, and you can make yourself that innocent, vulnerable, transparent person that you were at whatever age you were at. And you can literally start right there, because there is where the trigger started being created. It was born, it was brought to life by something. And if you don't go back, you don't get the trigger, and you have to heal the trigger first. So Miles says dig deeper. There is something down there for you, but you're just not digging deep enough. And that's what he says. What would Miles do? WWMD. Yep, that's what. And I'm shaking my head, and Rossi Thomas was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Miles went too far." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "He said he wants to do a WWMD," and I'm just shaking my head like, "No, no." There's 5 million things going through my head of how that is not going to go well with a whole lot of people. No, we're not doing that, Miles. And then Michelle was like, "What is it? What is it?" And I'm like, the WWJD, what would Jesus do? And then she was like, oh, he should definitely do it. I'm like, oh, hell no, don't encourage him. Yeah, Gerald, a couple years ago, I really wanted to learn candle magic, right? And this was probably a year before I really started opening up. Like, I was just every once in a while in y'all's chat, right? And I couldn't figure out how to not blow shit up. Like, I would light a candle and something would literally blow up, melt. It would just burn up. It wouldn't work. It did. And everybody that knew me and understood me, they were like, Hershey, it's the control. Think about all the control you had to have when you were doing all the things you shouldn't have been doing, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, I had to have breath control. I had to have mind control. I had to have time control. I had to have people control. I had to have control, right? Or I had to make it look like I had control, right? So I had to wear a lot of masks. I had to fake the funk a whole lot. So I started using that energy and reversing it, right? So it was like I was reverse engineering the bad to apply for the good, right? And man, I was getting mad as hell, man. I was blowing shit up. Shit wasn't working, but I could do some things. And I was like, why is it not always there? And it was all about my anger. Like, the anger, the triggering, it was just triggering it. And even though I didn't register it as anger, because all they kept saying is control, Hershey, control. And I'm like, I'm in control. And then I'm listening back to myself, and I'm like, yeah, I really sound like I'm in control, though. And I had to do this over and over again. And then it just kind of clicked one day, and I had to get control over all of the emotions, right? Because magic and manifestation and intention is all a part of passion, and passion is a part of emotion. So therefore emotion controls magic in a sense, right? So when I finally figured it all out, man, I was enjoying doing my candle magic, and I just love it. I'm always thinking, what would Hershey do? Yeah, he definitely wants you to lean into the curiosity. There's something that, you know what? It could be something you did when you was 16 years old. Literally, Gerald, it could literally be something you did when you was a little bitty ass shit running around not knowing what you wanted to do in life. Or then again, at 17 or 16, you might have known what you wanted to do in life. Then again, who knows? I wasn't the fly on the wall. But anyway, yeah, it could literally be something like that. And you're still in your subconscious. There's a piece of you that holds some kind of curiosity, whether it's, I wonder what would have happened, or I should have opened that door, or it's not like you missed the moment because you made a choice and you followed through with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's always that little hint of something we always wonder. And I think that's kind of what he's hinting around about. It feels like this is something that you chose not to do, but you were kind of curious about it, but you were quite young, is the energy he's kind of feeding me. Miles said, if you don't, he is not a highway mile marker. Yeah, he's on his way too, bro. I'm just saying, spelling his name like that. Miles is letting me slide. Grand Rising. All right. Yep, I am literally. You can either have a moment with Miles, or you can ask any questions you want. We got some Colette Baron Reed decks. We got some. I don't know how to say her name. Beth something. Beth something. But anyway, we got some Ravenous Dracon. But it's Friday, so I wanted to check in. How has everybody's week been? Just on a meta message kind of day. I have been getting to spend a lot of time with some pretty amazing readers on Mondays, and it's like I've gotten spoiled. They come with these powerful messages, and man, Mondays is just, it's gone so much more than what I thought it would be. Because you guys, when I first started it, I was pre-recording them, right? Because I was so nervous. It was so nervous, and then I just had to stop being nervous. I can't help it that I can talk to mine. That, hey, I died. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I died, so yes, I can see things that some people can't see, and have full on conversations with them. But I know there are those of you that have a strong connection in your gift, and you can do the same damn thing. And there's those of you that talk and see ghosts. So I'm not actually the weirdo here. I'm just the one that's not scared to admit that I have a fifth dimension angel named Miles, and he is real mouthy. Like, he's always got something to say, and then he sounds like a chipmunk, y'all. He's got this real high pitched voice. He's like, what are you, like 7, 8 foot tall? Like, he's like 7, 8 foot tall, but he's got this little teeny tiny voice. It just don't fit. Yeah, I used, oh my God, I used to get so nervous. I did. I used to get so nervous. I would literally get sick after the lives, guys. I would literally have to go and relieve myself. I would be so nervous because I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I was worried about what y'all thought. And then one day, Miles was like, if you don't stop that shit, he was like, what they gonna do? Laugh? Okay, you're laughing. Why not let them laugh with you? And it was just something different from then on. There was no more pre-records. It was just, we're just gonna put it out there unless we're doing a little short or a video or something. Oh man, I love meta messages, but they've grown so much, Rossi. Man, I remember looking back. I was in the studio thing or whatever, and I was looking back, and I was like, wow, they've come like they're just all in the green. Like, sometimes they go like straight. Nope, my meta messages are just up, and I love it. I love it. Miles YouTube channel. What would Miles see? Y'all gonna stop hyping hit Miles? Don't, man. Y'all in your shenanigans. Look, somebody ask a question to get him off of this dang WWMD, please, because he just thinks it just sounds so good. And I think it sounds like I'm being insulting or something to the ones that rep that symbol, because I'm not trying that. I ain't trying to be that. Then again, I don't know. I could just be in my head. Would it be disrespectful to do a WWMD? What would Miles do? Ooh, I wonder if there's anybody that would bring their guide that they could talk to if they would want to do it. Then maybe he wants a star on his dressing room. Mo, you keep saying that because you want it. You're encouraging it. You're not fooling nobody. I'd watch his YouTube channel. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Now you got Uncle G on your side. Oh God. It's over with. Mm-mm. Well, I guess everybody is doing one phenomenal, and there was only one question, so that was easy. I'd want to be a guest on that. Do you want me to just like not even be? Y'all is doing too much. Oh my God. No, Miles. No, absolutely not. Mm-mm. No, you can't see it now. He's over here talking about I can see it now. I'll have all of the. Watch your mouth. Have all of the what? I'm stuck in one of them like y'all. We got tile floors, right? And the groove, I got it. I was stuck. I was stuck in a rut. Planting the seed. Oh my God. Yeah, he's on one this morning, y'all. He says, the only difference. What? Oh, the only difference is I'm not scared to show my blue. I don't know what it means, but that's what he says. He says the only difference between you and me is I'm not scared to show my blue. Everything has to be blue in his world. He's blue, except for his very white, intimidating, piercing eyes. Yeah, his gums are blue, his teeth are blue. Everything is blue, blue. And he's got all these like tribal markings. Like I used my digital creator as close as I could to get as close of an image to what Miles looks like on the thumbnail. So that image that's there, that's as close of an image to Miles as I could get. Oh yeah, I'm in my onesie, y'all. I'm in my onesies. No, it was for you, Gerald. Show your blue. Show your blue. Don't be scared to show your blue. You're the only one actually engaging with him, so you're kind of the only one. He's just and then he just keeps coming back, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and tell him, "Show." The only difference between me and you is I'm not scared to show my blue. But picture it in like a chipmunk, real high pitched kind of voice, and you'll have it. You know what? You're just saying that shit, Mo. You're just saying that shit. I need to see through the lenses that you wear because I don't see what you see. Can I have a reading about my birthmark on my left knee? I was born with it. Birthmark obviously makes sense. It is a huge, smooth brown birthmark, and I call it the map of the world. Mm. Um, Miles is only accepting questions that have change involved, and you have to be willing to try the change. There's always two sides to a coin. You got to try both sides. Okay. Yep. So this is a question for me. So back the hell up. This is a question for me. Okay. So can I have a? She said a read. A read. It's mine. It's mine. Miles. Fine. Hmm. Now where is that? Wait. Really? You did that. Hmm. Just pick one, huh? Just pick one. Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting. And you want me to put these four together? All right. You suck. Okay. All right. Here we go. So first two out the door was truth be told and fool, right? So obviously, immediately, as soon as we think about the fool card, we think about a journey, right? And then when we think about the truth be told, we have to wonder: is this a beauty mark? Is this a mole? Is this a knowledge? What is this? Is this something hereditary? Is this obviously something I was born with? It's a birthmark. I've got one on my stomach. I don't call it the world, but it's shaped like a globe. I wonder. I like your logic in that. Anyway, what I want you to understand is that, sometimes you don't have to know everything, right? And the joy in this is that when you are wearing the mole, the beauty mark, the scar, it's your story to tell. You can create the world in that mole, that beauty mark, that birthmark, whatever you choose to call it. It is yours. You clearly have had one hell of a journey with it. You guys got great stories to tell, but always remember that there is truth in your story. You were born with it. It's been on every adventure you've been on. It's been to every mall, every date, everything you've ever done. It's done it with you, right? So you have to let it be a part of it. Now, here's the other thing I want you to realize is you need to keep your mind wide open when you're thinking about actual birthmarks and moles and stuff like that, right? Sometimes there can be health risk involved, but I don't see that when I look at the next two cards because I get the Three of Pentacles and wide open, right? So first of all, wide open, absolutely. It's like she's standing at the top of the world, right? And she's looking up and she's like, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm right here. I'm present. I'm for it. I'm down for it, right? You got Three of Pentacles. Not most people, but some people, and I be some of them people, feel that the Three of Pentacles has some kind of benefit. And this is your first sign in that material suit that you may have something that has some kind of worth to it. You just need to keep going with it, right? So you may learn something that can carry you or can help you, whether it be health down the road or whether it be just understanding what it is that is on your body that you were born with, that is a part of you. It might be worth your effort to find out what kind of birthmark it actually is, but it looks like it's definitely enjoying the ride and you guys got some stories to tell. So I would say just check it out. Google it. You can photograph it and then you can take a Google picture and Google can damn near tell you anything right now. I mean, they can, it, I'm not telling you to base it off of a internet personality. I'm not telling you to find it on Google and then it'd be the God fact truth because, you found it on the internet. I'm just saying that you could learn a lot just by Googling some stuff and looking at it. At least that's what I've found out here lately when I haven't known something. Y'all is getting warm. I was nice and comfortable till all y'all had to come by. They all want to come in this morning. Good morning, Nancy. Okay, so Myles. Is Myles part of sending us blue light activators? He's quickly saying no, right? He's a fifth dimension blue angel, right? So he's all about healing, right? Not all things that are from all dimensions are all things, right? They're just not. They are what they are and they're proud of what they are. And he is literally a fifth dimension blue angel. And that's what he refers to himself as. He doesn't try to put himself in a position of power like that. Or if he was, he would not own up to it. So he says no. But I couldn't see him not being part of something amazing like that if he was called to go do it. Myles, oh man, always. You can't even have a deck of cards out without Myles going ape ham crazy over them. Like deck of cards, any kind of cards, any kind of card. They could be Uno cards. Which next step should I take in this incarceration? If I missed any questions, y'all, please let me know. Yeah, see, like Mo was saying, it could be a mark from where you're originally from. You know what I mean? It could have some good knowledge for you if you check it out. What next steps should I take in this incarnation? Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, okay. All right. I hear what you're saying. All right, so actually, Miles does want to get in on this one. Okay, so what he wants you to understand is that sometimes we have to simplify things, right? When I say that we complicate shit as a human species, trust me when I tell you this is just my observation. It's just my opinion. And as y'all like to say, for entertainment purposes only, right? We complicate shit so much sometimes that we forget simple is usually the best way, right? Straight line, simple, easy peasy, right? So the first thing Miles wants you to understand is if you're ready for change, you need to simplify everything. Don't worry about anything and stay present. You can't plan ahead because the future changes every 120 seconds approximately. So therefore, there's no reason to. If you're meant to do it, you're going to do it. If it's destined for you, it will hit a million detours. It will never pass you by, no matter what. So don't worry about trying to plan for something unless it's a holiday or a vacation or something, those human things, right? But when it comes to your actual spiritual walk, stay present. You don't have to worry about being prepared when you're always present because therefore you're ready for anything because you're in the moment. You don't have to worry about being blindsided by anything. And that's Miles's response to that question. For the cards, I got Ace of Pentacles, Magical Map Shifter, and Happy, Happy, Happy. So, first of all, For Real is coming to my head. Like, so, you know that song, Happy? Is it Happy People or something by For Real, right? So, that, right? That happiness. You know, they're dancing everywhere. It don't matter. You can't take the happy, right? Don't let nobody steal your joy. It don't care who they are. It could be your own children. Y'all, I don't say that just to say it. Trust me. I have one child that I'm proud of both of them. I love both of them. But I have one that is bound and determined to make me cry, to hurt my feelers. And I have had to toughen my skin and my love. Doesn't mean I don't love him. Doesn't mean that I don't want him to have everything that this life has for him. Absolutely, and then some. But I can't let nobody steal my joy anymore because then they're controlling my life. They're letting me exist. Nah, I am not about to just exist. So make sure that you stay happy all the time. I know it sounds corny and cheesy or whatever, but honey, put a smile on your face and you be the only one that put it there. Because then you don't have to worry about nobody else putting a smile on your face. You can put your own smile on your face. Magical Map Shifter and Ace of Pentacles. So you have a promise of something very, very, very worthy coming in, right? So you think about the Ace of Pentacles. This is a brand new beginning. This is a lift, a raise, a rise, a leveling up. And then they paired it with a magical shifter, right? So maybe you've got something, a druid, a Celtic, some kind of apothecarian, or some kind of somebody really, really good. Maybe it's a Merlin, or I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe somewhere along your path, you're going to find someone that has the ability to show you and teach you a few things that will carry you a little bit farther, and it will simplify a lot of things for you. But I'm the same with Miles. You need to simplify some things and just stay present. And that's what I've got for you, babe. Shiny, happy people. Hey. Oh God, yes. That I mean, he's already talking about the dang on Dolphins, the dang on ball. Okay, so y'all, for those of you that are new, hi, welcome. This is Hershey, and just put on your damn seatbelt because you never know what the fuck's gonna happen over here. But for those of you that are returning, there's a story that Miles couldn't wait to tell y'all last year, right? He was telling y'all about there was thousands of him. He can be in so many. Miles can do like, I bet you, like 500, 600 things at one time if he really truly needed to. I mean, he can be in that many different places. Miles is mind blowing, right? The what he can do with that brain of his is just beyond amazing, right? But when he got on the cruise and went in some room with his his favorite person out there, Thomas, he saw thousands of him and he wasn't projecting himself. And he was like, how is this? Like, he was like, what kind of sorcery? Those dang on disco balls from like way back in the day, like disco balls with all the mirrors. He'd never seen a disco ball, and oh my freaking god, he went ape pan fucking crazy seeing himself. Oh my god. He even convinced Thomas to buy the disco ball uh gift cup. So now Thomas and him have a little totem where he can just go right in Thomas's room and he can look in it and he can see hundreds of him. Not thousands because it's not near as big, but he can see hundreds of him. He so loves it. He loves all kinds of things. And he doesn't get out much, guys. And when he does not do anything human. Okay? He's not human and he doesn't do anything human. So when you ask him to do human stuff, it's like you're literally twisted like do I don't want to do that. I'm not human. He reminds me often. I'm not human. He is so excited. Question. What is this? Okay. Had quite a number of spiritual experiences, interdimensional, I believe. Scared me as a small child. What can I do to ease back into this? Hi, Karen. Oh, Miles loves these kind of questions. Okay, so the game changer to this is you just have to undo what you did. I know that sounds as corny as can be, but this is the best part about magic. There's a loophole in it, and you can literally undo it. You just have to do it exactly like you did before, right? Only you're opening. You're going to want to do it on a new moon, and you're going to want to do it on one of the most powerful ones you can get your magic together on. He says you're going to literally need an object from your past, an object or a totem to represent the present, and an object to represent what you feel or see for your future. No one else's, just yours. Whether it's a witch's hat or um, a stone, if you see yourself as a powerful crystal witch, or lots of tarot and oracle because you see yourself as one hell of a reader. Or if you're a Ouija like I am, then have you a whole bunch of ghosts standing around. And when you make your plea and your offer, make sure that you have everything that you need for your magic offering. And if it is approved, you will be able to go back. Now, I would say that you have to remember. Now, this is just me, my strict opinion. I used to turn it on and off all the time as a child, as so I thought, right? And then I realized I wasn't really turning it on and off. I was ignoring it, right? Once I realized that I didn't want to ignore it anymore, I realized I had to stop ignoring myself completely. I couldn't do anything half stepping, right? I had to literally do it all the way. I couldn't like tiptoe around it. It wasn't allowed anymore. It was like I didn't tiptoe around the wrong. Why the hell am I tiptoeing around the good? Right. So you really need to just once you get them three items, which is something from your past that represents when you stopped, something that represents you now. And I'm assuming that you understand it would be three separate things, not three of the same thing. It would be three separate things. The past must really come from the past, in your past, and then present would be, whatever right now, and then what you see for your future. And then once you get all that and get your altar set up, he says that what you want to do is you want to slowly invite them in, right? It's like a waterfall. You can hear the waterfall, but it's still a distance away, right? As you move slowly closer to the waterfall, it will get louder and it will get heavier, and you'll feel the moisture. You'll feel the wetness in your throat. You'll feel it on your skin. You may even taste, if it's a salt in the water, you may even taste it in your mouth or up your nose, right? You need to slowly tell them that they're invited to come back in, but you have to make sure that everything that you originally had put up is taken down. So make sure that you take your time, make sure it is a decision that you want. And then if you want to unblock it, yes, there is a way for it to happen. Now, I am not no magical person, but there are magical people in this community that you can literally go to and ask them if you need help writing a spell, or any of that. I mean, you have to do all the work, but you can literally get some help from people here that are willing to actually help. You just have to be willing to open your mouth and ask for the help. They are not going to hand it to you and just be like, here, you were looking for this. Closed mouths don't get fed around here. You just have to be willing to ask. And if you already know, then that's even better. If you're really good at magic, then hey, kudos. I'm trying to get there myself. But yes, you can unblock yourself, babe. You truly can. You just have to be willing to invite all of it back in. You can't pick and choose. People think they can pick and choose and they can't. Yeah, you can have so many different things, but when are you gonna actually get good at one thing? You don't have to be everything to everybody. You just don't. Am I seeing hey TT? Am I seeing is TT here? Hey, no, that's TTT. No. I'm not tripping. I thought I said hey TT. I got excited. I thought TT was here. All right. Did I miss any questions? Oh yeah, definitely set boundaries. Absolutely. Flowing. Okay, something else to do in Key West. We'll have to take our spirit box on the cruise then. Wait, what? Why? I'm trying to go on vacation. I okay, so if you really, really want to, yes, we will. Absolutely. How many steps more in my journey to channel that old handle? So this, as Miles likes to say, is a personal gain question, right? So Miles don't do personal gain, love, but what he will tell you is that every time you take one step and then you turn around and you take two back by doing this right here, these kind of questions, you're literally taking two steps back. You are not putting the faith and the confidence in yourself. You are allowing someone else to help you along the way. You don't need a rope when you're walking on flat land. You don't need a hoist when you're walking on level ground. You are on level ground right now. You just have to be willing to get real comfortable with the uncomfortable. And as it gets longer, heavier, dirtier, hard to see, and even harder to stay on that path, don't quit. Don't give up. Don't turn around. Just keep going. He will not answer that question. I don't care which way you write it, how you ask it. There is personal gain, and he will not do personal gain. Me personally, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But Miles don't do the personal gain thing. He's not going to make anything easy for humans. He's just not going to. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to have it easy, so to speak, right? Believe it or not, our easy time is when we are crawling or walking with a cane. Everything in the middle is meant for growing. Because you're one way when you're here crawling, and you're something else when you're walking with a cane or walking with a rollster or in a wheelchair, right? You didn't get there by not have lived. So you need to understand it's in these parts that Miles absolutely has nothing to do with the human world, and he will not assist with any personal gain. I don't, not even for me, y'all. I don't give a damn what it is. He won't do it. I did not. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. Let's go back. Comment about over complicating things above. Oh, okay. Okay. I did not see it because, I'm busy running my mouth and then listening to him and, trying to keep up with the conversation. I got distracted thinking TT was here. I got happy. Mo, you're always on this. Boy, I didn't even know what the telephone game was, y'all. She had to. Okay, so in my defense, yes, I did. I knew about it. I played it as a kid, but then I've had 8 aneurysms, so that it was gone out of my brain. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then all of a sudden, it was like Miles was like, dink. He flicks my ear and he's like, human. No, I appreciate the question. I really do. I wish I could get a team that gave some of those great answers. Like some people's team. They just rock out the answer, and Myles literally just shakes his head like, nope, absolutely not. I would have never made it that easy. And then I'm looking at him like, why not? And he was like, what do you learn from that? What do you gain from that? If I tell you where to step, how do you learn? And I'm like, oh, I got you. I get it now, but I've had years with him. But at first, I had a zillion questions, and maybe two of the bazillion questions got answered. None of the other ones did. He called it personal gain, and he said, just wait and find out. If you're meant to do it, it will happen. It will happen. I've already been warned not to take a chance in the casino. Oh, Lord. Chance is not going to give it. No. Okay. Joyful Dolphin, don't misunderstand what's going on. The way I read your question, let me go back up here. The way I read your question, he took it as personal gain. It says, how many steps more in my journey to change that old handle, right? Myles again says, no, that for one, what do you mean to change that old handle? If you want him to break it down, he'll break it down. The old handle of what? Of what you used to be? What do you mean the old handle? But how many steps more in your journey? There's the part where he says he's not going to he that's personal gain. The journey is your entire life. Your entire life is the journey. No, I know, Gerald. Like I said, I probably misread the question. But that first part, the how many more, he says that your whole life is the journey. So how many more steps do you want to take? Well, I probably read like I said, I looked, brain isn't braining, and I don't have, I don't have anybody to blame but my damn self here. So maybe I'm misreading it. Uh, See, I need my Maruda. So, okay, Joyful, I've had 8 aneurysms, and sometimes my brain doesn't quite understand, like, even the simplest of shit. My brain don't get it. So let me sit with this for a second here. How many more steps in my journey to change that old handle? Okay, what, and again, curiosity. Were you asking questions? So what do you mean by the old handle, Joyful? To change that old handle, that right there, to change that old handle. What do you mean by that? I get it's a broad question, but my brain isn't getting it. My brain is not getting it. My brain isn't braining. I'm not getting it. My curiosity comment was about something else. Yep. I don't know. All I can tell you is he says that your journey is your entire life. But the to change that old handle, that's the part Myles is asking. What do you mean by that? To change that old handle? Are you asking for like old habits? Um, what exactly do you mean by handle? So okay, even if we go with how Fogo put it here, which I think again is we go back to the journey is your entire life. Your entire life. From the moment you're breathing to the moment you aren't breathing anymore. That is the entire journey. By the way, hello, Fogo. Hello. Anyone else that came in, hello. My brain is broken right now, guys. I'm trying to understand Joyful's words. She said some intelligent, clever words, and the way she put it there, my brain just didn't get it. So, just have a moment with me. Yeah, like Mo saying, we can't speculate. So to change comes when you're tired. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when the change comes. It don't come before then, and it don't come if you're doing it for anybody other than yourself. If you're doing it for your children, if you're doing it for your mama, your daddy, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your baby daddy, your side piece, if you're doing it for any reason, if you're doing it just to go get a fix, if you're doing it for any reason other than yourself, change will not come. But it comes when you put your damn foot down and you stop allowing yourself to fool yourself. It's okay to be the fool. You just can't be the damn fool. And when you are constantly allowing yourself to do things that you know just ain't right, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing. What I'm saying is when you want that change to come, the change comes when you get tired of doing and allowing what is going on, and you're not going to allow it anymore. I don't know. I hope that helped you, sweetie. I'm not a rude person. I wasn't trying to be you know, like breaking your question down, but like I've had 8 aneurysms, 15 brain surgery. Sometimes my brain just goes buffer, 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 buffer. No, I have a great brain. Half of it is organic and half is metal, and the metal side goes buffer, buffer, buffer. Can't compute, can't compute. So I'm over here going, I don't understand. You don't understand. Uh, okay, so I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss any other questions? And I mean anybody. Miles is here for just a little bit longer. I'd say we got another probably 13, 14 minutes ish. But I need a refill on coffee. I don't think I missed any questions. And if I missed any questions, look, I got Uncle G and I got some of the best mods. Well, there's a lot of great mods out there, but there's so many on everybody's channel. So over here, I try to give like the ones that are on everybody's channel a break. So whenever they come in, they can just be they can just be in chat. They don't have to worry about doing all the modding stuff. May I please ask if Daniel is guilty? Okay, so that's a yawn, and I will answer that. Miles doesn't do legal. Like, he'd rather do politics than legal. I don't, angels, you know. All right. First of all, I'm asking. May I receive? Okay, so that's a yes. Okay, so Miss Terrell D, I love you. All right. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I didn't highlight it. Oh, and G. Fogo, whatever you want, babe. If you want to specifically ask Miles a question about change, Miles will answer questions about change, but you have to be willing to do the work. Like, and it's usually not the friendliest of answers. So, gosh, I hope it doesn't come across wrong. Because here lately, my brain is going, where did it go? Somebody guilty. I'm looking for the word guilty. Right there it is. All right. Did I get it? Okay, I got it. Okie dokie. All right. All right. So I got a yes. So, oh man, please. If Daniel is guilty, okie dokie. I'm looking for the answer to the written question. Hmm. Okay, so I instantly went from the maybe, like it completely jumped over the yes and went right to the rephrase, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask the cards. But so when I see the maybe, right? I have a very long what I consider. I have 5 felonies, right? And I've got somewhere around 148 or 49 misdemeanors. So I have a criminal record, right? I'm not ashamed of it. Shit, I didn't make the best damn choices when I was a teenager. I'm 48 years old now. I am nowhere near that. So let me tell you, I had a lot of life experiences. So if I asked a certain question about a specific situation, that would show up, I would think, when I might have been there, like a guilty by association kind of situation. But let's see. Looking for the answer to the out loud question. Looking for the answer to the out loud question. Oh. Oh shit. Okay, we got an emphatic yes, you're going in the right direction, and this is a sign. So yeah. Okay. You know what? A lot of people use a lot of shit, and I want to pull something down so bad, but Uncle G's in chat, so I can't do it yet because I can't rub it in his face yet. Yeah, honey, I think he is. Yep, I got the maybe to start and then rephrase. So, you know, I spoke what I said out, and maybe it's an association type situation, and it's in fact, yeah, you're going in the right direction. He was either there by association or he's absolutely guilty. So, according to the tools on this side of the screen, they say yes. Um, Man, that is a good thing. When I was doing stupid shit, I had a lot of people that were willing to help me, and all I did is take advantage of that shit. And you know what? I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Don't let him take advantage of you, or them, him, they, whoever. Don't let them take advantage of you, because as somebody that used to take advantage of good people, I'm like, nah. It's like I go after the bad guy now. I don't. That's all I can say about it. But I go after the bad guy now because I know what all the patterns and signs like. So if you get that little quench of a flick in your eye, or your eye get to twitching, or your gut get to bothering you, make sure you understand that he ain't playing you and he ain't trying to take advantage of you. If he truly, truly, truly wants to help, you will see an immediate change. When somebody ready and they done, they done. After I spent 13 months in the hole, y'all. The whole isolation. Y'all ever been to prison? After 10 years, almost 10 years, I did 13 months of that in the hole. Nobody. 6 by 6. I didn't have nobody but me. So I had a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of oh shit and a whole lot of ownership. And I did a whole lot of crazy things to a whole lot of people that didn't deserve it. So I had a whole lot of amends to make up for when I got out. And I'm still doing it. I'm still making up for some of them people and to them people because I wasn't no nice person. Okay, so basically, if you had already done all you have. So, okay, if you literally are saying that you literally have done all you can do, then you can't do nothing else. Literally, like you gotta make it simple. You can't overcomplicate it. When you have done every single thing you can do, and you don't have nothing else you can do, you've said I'm sorry's, you've apologized, you've paid back, you've tried to fix what was broken and amends. You're not that person anymore. You truly want forgiveness for yourself and for them, or you want them to hopefully one day forgive you for whatever you could, may, would, or did to them. Then yes, you can't always apologize. You can't keep apologizing. I'm not going to keep apologizing for something I did 20, 30 years ago. You ain't going to carry it over me. You ain't going to make me feel bad about it. I did it. I'm sorry. I paid my crime. I paid all of my debts except for a few that I'll pay in the next walk. But you can only do what you can do. And once you've done all you can do, you literally can't do no more. I really hope that helps you. And sweetie, I swear, if you Keep coming back. I promise. I'll get your lingo down and I'll figure out your flow. But man, I like somebody that's got their own unique way too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure y'all be like, "Where's she from? Where's that accent from?" It's just from all over the damn place. Like all over. It's all over. Trust your gut, Fogo. I mean, Kelsey. Trust your gut. Follow your gut, man. When I first this on my TV, Miles, and I realized. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm talking, but Miles is answering some questions. Like I've got some cards out, but I haven't used as many as I thought I would. Everybody's kind of just. Oh yeah, no, I'm look, I'm not telling you to abandon him. Look, I'm just saying from my personal experience, I wish I hadn't taken advantage of the good people that were in my life when they were trying to help me change as a teenager. I wish I wouldn't have took advantage of that. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Some people will say anything in jail to get what they want. To get what they want, they'll say anything they want, and then you end up losing your house, your car, your crib. You lost it all to the bail bondsman because that POS didn't keep their word. All I'm just saying, make sure you understand. Make sure every T is crossed and every I is dotted. Our system is so broken, it's ridiculous, y'all. I got found guilty, and I'm not kidding you. This is a felony on my record for tampering with an automobile slash airplane. Someone was dared in a truth or dare game to write my name on an airplane, or well, to write their name on an airplane, but instead of writing their own name, they wrote my name. I lived in Tallahassee, Florida when this shit happened in Jeff City, Missouri. This is all you can literally look it up. I was nowhere in the damn state. I was living in Tallahassee, Florida. I was 15 years old. They extradited me because I was expurgated from Missouri. I was expunged. I was expurgated and expunged. Anyway, I was basically kicked out, and I was emancipated, and I was legally an adult at 14. So anyway, they expedited me from Tallahassee, Florida, back to Jeff City, Missouri, when I was 15 years old, and found me guilty of tampering with an airplane because the bitch spelled my name right. Well, we went to school together. We knew each other our whole lives. I spelled her name right, and she could spell my name right. It's not too hard to spell her, she, Hershe. People seem to struggle with it, but it is what it is. But because it was spelled right, they found me guilty. They thought that I came all the way from Tallahassee, Florida, drove 16 hours to Jeff City, Missouri just to write my name on a damn airplane. You got me fucking bent. But yeah, I got found guilty of that, and I wasn't guilty. So yeah, shit happens. The system is broken. No, Miss Moonlight, you just. I hadn't let the bag out. Nope. I have been teasing him that I had something really good for him. Ah, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh yeah, we're in September. Yeah, I was gonna show him on the 13th, but no. So Uncle G, look, Miss Moonlight just let the cat out the bag. Should I rephrase my question? My parents are going away for almost 3 months, and there is some fears there. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay. So are you worried as the child, or are you just worried because you're gonna be home alone kind of situation? And I'm not saying or assuming y'all live in the same house. I'm just saying like home alone. Like, do you depend on them that much? Are you kind of attached to the hip? I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I just mean it like I didn't have parents that gave a fuck, right? It wasn't until my mother got old and got sick that I had a mother in my life. I had her for the last 6 years of my life, and she was the best thing that ever happened to me. But everything prior to that was hell on wheels. So I don't have that mother, father kind of thing. I had a walk away Joe as a dad, left when I was 3 or 4 months old. I don't know who the SOB is. Don't even know his name. You know what I mean? So I envy those kind of relationships. Where the daddy's girls and like I wonder what that's like. Is that the kind of relationship you guys have? Because if it is, then I think it's a very valid question. Um, well, either way, it's a valid question. Let me see. Let me get to the bottom. Okay, see, yep, and I think that's what Miles was picking up on. So, Miles' smart ass response is, ooh, I don't even want to say this. But one time, Christopher is my oldest son, right? He was being a bit of a mama's boy about a situation, and Miles came in and said, "Would you take the damn tit out of your mouth?" And I literally, me and my aunt Deb, who I call TT because TT can hear and see him, we spilt our coffee like when Miles come in to say it. So from the best place I can say, I don't think I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think for whatever reason that your parents are going away for 3 months, I think they have a vow to each other, right? You are a beautiful blessing that came because of love between two people, right? But that love was there first, that vow, that commitment was there first, right? Even if they're not on the best of terms, you have to understand that if they need this, you got to support it. And if anything, shit, that's 3 months. You can put your feet up. You can play some dang on cut loose and some foot loose, and you can have parties. I really, really think, and to me, it feels like they really need this time, you know. And I mean, I think you're grown. I think it's just time. Like Thomas kicked me out of the nest. I think it's that time. I think it's that time. It feels all good. It does. It feels all good. Um, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. I really do. I think you're not gonna have the stress of I need to check on my parents. Have I called my mom? Have I? No, you haven't called them. They're on vacation. Have they called you? No, because they're on vacation. I think it's gonna be great. I think you really are gonna find some really cool shit. You may even redesign the decorate, rearrange the entire house. They'll come back and it'll be like they had an updo. I think it's gonna be great for all of you. I think it's gonna be great. I say there's nothing. Yeah, Miles says there's absolutely nothing at all to worry about. He says, enjoy every moment of the freedom. He says, you just don't realize the freedom you're going to get as well. So, sounds like that's going to be fun. All right, guys. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Yep. I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss? I think that you are gonna find yourself busy with just busy work. Just even if you're doing literally nothing at all, the freedom to do the nothing at all. I don't know. I can't imagine. I think that once you get to the quiet part, it's just gonna be wonderful. Yeah, but it's just natural worry. But in fact, encourage it. Like put it on a calendar. Like start counting that shit down. Like, hey, y'all got everything packed. Like, y'all need me to help you pack. Look, you might want to take extra socks. I don't know. I think it's gonna be great. You got this. You got this, Fogo. You got this, babe. You've got a lot of people that can help you too if you it feels like you just got one hell of great support system. So you'll have other opportunities to lean on some other people and get to know some pretty cool people along the way, I think. Oh gosh. All right, guys. Well, I am going to call it. I love y'all, and I will see you next time. Miles and I say have a wonderful Friday. Bye, guys.